Have you ever wondered what might happen to the beverage industry 10 to 20 years into the future? As futuristic as it sounds, 2025 is not that far away. We don't know what the future will be like, but we know it will be different. And until we invent a time machine, we're going to have to anticipate what may happen in order to be prepared. It's a bit like planning an outdoor wedding. You would probably want to make a plan for what happens in case it rains. In the case of the beverage industry, this kind of rainy day planning can mean the difference between success and failure, which is exactly why the Beverage Industry Environmental Roundtable, better known as BEER, has distilled many possible future conditions affecting our industry into 4 big picture scenarios. Designed by global leaders in the beverage industry, these 4 scenarios are forecasts for what could happen that allow you to plan ahead for what we have identified as some of the greatest uncertainties facing this industry. In particular, uncertainties around resource availability and governance form the foundation for thinking about these possible futures. For example, you may already know that clean drinking water is a precious resource. But do you think there will be an abundance or shortage in 2025? It's helpful to think about governance in terms of either weak governance, where consumers and regulators are reactionary and short-sighted, or good governance, where the expectations from stakeholders are clear and provide long-term certainty with collaboration and cooperation between nations and policymakers. Political and social changes are constant. We can't just wait and see what happens. The consideration of these quadrants will help us anticipate potential threats and opportunities so we can avoid unnecessary risks and remain proactive. It's not hard to think of ideas for handling each scenario, but we need to start turning those ideas into actionable plans now. The Beverage Industry Environmental Roundtable has started the conversation, but we're all in this together. These future scenarios are only a starting point. These scenarios come with more details and questions for your organization to discuss, including sourcing, regulation, and consumer behavior considerations. These scenarios can be applied at the global or local level, and it's worth thinking through at each level since conditions and risks could vary. We encourage your team to approach each scenario with an open mind, identify common themes, and collaborate with BEER to help us prepare to inform events as they unfold. The Beverage Industry Environmental Roundtable, working together to advance environmental sustainability within the beverage sector. To learn more or to download the Future Scenarios Toolkit, visit beerroundtable.com/future-scenarios.